Okay, this is the Sanyo VTC-NX30 Betacord machine, which I've just purchased from VCRShop. Unfortunately, it does have an annoying fault. If I put, oh actually, turn it on. If I put a tape in, fine, I can fast forward, beautiful, rewind, lovely, play. Bear in mind this is a rubbishy old tape which I just used for testing, so picture's not going to be very good. But that shows it works. Unfortunately, what doesn't work is the eject button. Just won't eject the tape. Now, as luck would have it, because that tape has its record protect notch taken out, if I try and turn the timer on, it will spit the tape out. So I can get this tape out, but of course if I put any tape in that's got its record protect tab intact, I'm not going to be able to get that tape out. So that's a bit of a shame. Okay, I've been in touch with VTRShop, or VCRShop I should say, and they've agreed that rather than send the machine all the way back to the Netherlands for them to repair it and ship it all the way back to me here in the UK, we've come to an agreement whereby I can fix the fault myself and just hold on to the machine. Excellent customer service from them, incidentally. The machine's obviously capable of ejecting, because when I hit the timer button it does spit the tape out, but I suspect the problem is the actual switch behind the eject button there. So my plan is to just pinch another switch, probably one that's least used, like the slow motion button, slow motion switch. Very unlikely to ever need that, and even if I do need the slow motion, it's duplicated on the remote anyway. And just swap that switch over for the eject switch, because the eject's the only one I need and it's not duplicated on the remote. So that's my plan, although first I'll check that that really is the case. That really is the cause of the fault, and to do that I need to get the front panel off, which I think to do I need to remove the top panel. I don't think you need to take the bottom panel off to get the front panel off, but we shall see. So 2 screws. Where's my little 2 screws on the left hand side. And 2 more on this side. It was quite stiff, I don't know why that was so stiff. On here. Oh, actually, that one that was stiff, that actually looks like the wrong screw for that. That's interesting. That's actually the wrong screw was in there, I think. That's why it was a bit stiff. Anyway, now I don't think there's any on the back to remove. I think the top should just come off now. Yes, there we go. Put that out of the way. Now, we spin the machine round again. I think you simply remove these tabs, or lift these tabs here, and the whole front panel should come off. Just put it over the edge of the bench. Yes, there we go. Perfect for that. So, there is the eject switch, and there is the slow motion switch. So first of all, let's just test that that is actually the fault. Now, how do we get this actual panel off the front here? I can't see any obvious screws. That looks to me as though that's just held on by these 2 clips at the bottom. Yeah, I think I just have to watch these cables here, but I think this will just release. I just push these little tabs down. Yeah, there we go. Yes, there we are. That's come away. Now, how much more slack can I get here to just test? Let's just move that back a bit. Yeah, that should be fine. Get my meter probes on there. Right, let's see if that switch is working. This is going to be quite tricky to get the probes on the contacts while simultaneously. I'm going to disconnect these cables. Don't really want to. I think I'll try and leave them in place and just see if I can get my probes on and press the button at the same time. It'll be easy. No. That doesn't sound like it's working. So let's try another switch here. So for example the record switch, let's see if that one works. Probably sorted out. This one's going to be even trickier. Yes, that one is actually working, although I couldn't get the probes to stay on very steadily. Yes, that one is actually working. So it looks like that's the problem. This switch simply isn't making contact. So the slow motion switch over there is just 4 solder points. That should be easy enough to remove. So let's go ahead and try that. Right, first of all, I'm going to remove the eject switch. My trusty desoldering machine. Should come off now. There we are. Now I think I'll just give that another quick test now it's out of the circuit board. Oops. Yeah, they're continuous anyway. But yeah, that switch is definitely kaput. So, next thing I shall do is try and remove the slow motion switch, which is over here, using the same method. So now that switch should come off. Yes, there we are. Let's fit that into the eject switch hole. Oh, that's going quite nicely. Now this is going to be a little awkward to resolder, I think. Perhaps if I revolve the whole unit that way a bit, it'll be slightly easier. So I really don't want to disconnect those cables if I can avoid it, so try and do it in situ. light on the subject really. It's looking at a bit of a shadow here. It's alright. Now, is it actually even worth refitting this switch in the slow motion switch position? I don't think it is. I think I'll just leave this switch out because it's not working. I see very little point in putting it in, so we won't bother. So let's just make sure I don't melt my own soldering iron wires. Let's reassemble the machine. Spin it round. Picked up an additional cable that's not part of it. There we are. Now then, just try and clip this back in position. I suppose I should have tested the other switch really, shouldn't I? But, well, this is a little bit awkward. This is a little bit awkward, so do I have to... How does it actually go in? Is there lugs at the top? I don't think so. Ah, there we are. Now, where's the clips at the bottom? Good question, where are the clips at the bottom? I don't think that's fully in. I think this cable is getting in the way. So maybe it would have been an idea to disconnect that cable. Let's take that out again. Yes, I think that cable is fouling the part of the chassis there. This is fiddlier than I thought it was going to be. Significantly fiddlier than I thought it was going to be. Let's bring that forward a little bit. There we are. Hopefully that should clip in. Yes, and this side. Yes, there we are. That's back in. Now, is it worth giving it a try before I actually refit the front panel? What's the danger of that falling off if I just try it? I think I'll risk just giving it a try without putting the front panel back on. So let's plug the machine in. Yeah, we have this. Whoops. We have display. Turn on. Insert tape. Eject. Perfect. Let's just try that once more. Eject. Wonderful. Right. So let's unplug and reassemble the machine. I think, well then, there's clips at the bottom there. I think this is actually easier if I pull the machine forward so it just overhangs the edge of the bench there. I'll just tilt you down slightly, you can see a bit better what I'm up to here. I do remember this being quite fiddly actually, but we'll see how we get on. Oh, not even slightly fiddly. Right, so now the front panel is back on, shall we give the eject button another try? Why not? Where's the mains cable? Power. Tape. Eject. Wonderful. Problem solved. Now let's just refit the top. Should be fairly easy. Oops, get it in the right place. Oh no, there was an odd screw, wasn't there? See, that's the wrong. See, that screw's got a point on the end, whereas the other case screws have a flat end like that. I don't know if you can see that, but they are different screws. Now the incorrect screw, I believe, was here, wasn't it? So we'll leave it in the same place. Yeah, that doesn't feel like the right screw for there. That does not feel like the right screw. Anyway. So, job done. This is one final test. Fast forward. Yep. Rewind. Yep. Play. Sounds good, although I haven't got it hooked up to a monitor at the moment, so difficult to tell. Let's just let it run for a second and see if the tape remain indicator starts to work. Yeah, there we go. Fixed.